Well, new opportunities for future engineers studying at the University of Indianapolis. The school expanding its growing engineering school with the opening of the new R.B. Annis Hall, which will serve as the new home for UIndy School of Engineering. The new facility expected to have a big impact on students, industry partners, and the region as well. And for more, pleased to be joined this week on the show by UIndy President Manuel and also R.B. Annis School of Engineering Associate Dean and Director Ken Reid. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, big news, this really totally renovated building, the new R.B. Annis Hall on the campus of UIndy. And I know the dedication is next week, so it's going to be a big day. Rob, when you talk about engineering at UIndy, it wasn't that long ago that this really became a focus. Why the focus on engineering? I know it's something that's really beginning to grow, but why do engineering at UIndy?
Sure. So we are a comprehensive liberal arts institution, which means we try to find the sweet spot between creating knowledge and practicing it. And when we look out into the economic development of our region, we want to make sure our programs are meeting those needs. And there's a big need inside of the engineering world to have creative programming developed. And about 4 or 5 years ago, we started that process. And next week, we'll open our 80,000 square foot building to a brand new set of programs.
Yeah, 80,000 square foot facility, an indication, I would think, that there's real demand, too, on the student side, the real interest in engineering.
We've seen quite a bit of inquiries and applicants and students coming to be interested in these programs. And I think once they see the facilities and they meet the now 19 new faculty that we've just hired and kind of see what's going to happen in the connection between them and the faculty and the facility, they're going to be pretty impressed.
Ken Reid, you're the Associate Dean of the R.B. Annis School of Engineering at UIndy. You're new to the role, coming from Virginia Tech after being there for several years. Talk about this new space, Ken, and really from an engineering, from a student standpoint, what it means.
Sure. Really, the thing that this building affords us the opportunity to do is to work with more students, of course, for expansion, but it also gives us some state-of-the-art lab space. I think the exciting thing is our students have the chance to work with local partners with our design spine curriculum, and that is where students from their first year all the way to the fourth year are going to work with partners on real, authentic designs. So they're going to deliver designs to companies. Companies are sponsoring them. They're going to work with how do you communicate with clients, different things like that. I think that's a really unique part of our engineering curriculum. And this building is going to give us a lot more really state-of-the-art space to do that, to have those meetings and bring in those partnerships.
Yeah, talk a little bit more, if you would, about the partnerships and students' abilities to really connect directly with companies, with the private sector here in central Indiana. What that means, for the region, for Indianapolis, but also for the students coming out after 4 years of that. Got to give them, in many respects, a leg up.
Absolutely. So, we work with a number of different central Indiana businesses, and we're expanding out all the time and always interested in establishing partnerships with more and more businesses to get different projects in. One good example is the Institute for Affordable Transportation. So our student team has designed a basic utility vehicle that's going to be for specifically for low-cost areas, perhaps developing countries and different places like that. So our students have worked on a basic design components of that, worked with that institute. They've been really happy with that project so far. We've worked with a couple of other industry within Indiana. It definitely does give our students a leg up. And hopefully one of the goals, I think, is to keep them here and keep them in Indiana pursuing an engineering career and really be a boost to the state and the region.
Yeah, it's a great point, Rob. To that point, that connection, supplying the talent pipeline, if you will, in Indiana, more specifically perhaps here in central Indiana. How important is that to UIndy's mission?
It's critical both to not only educate within our walls, but to understand the role we play as part of our society. I'll tell you that we've got about 65 or 70% of our students that come to us from Indiana, but about 86% of our alums live in the state.
Wow.
So we're a net importer of talent to the economic development of our region.
Yeah. Rob, end up with you. Just got to ask you a question about, obviously, hopefully coming out of the pandemic now. How do things look looking ahead to the fall? Do you anticipate things will begin to get perhaps back to some sense of normalcy on campus?
I do, and I've been so impressed with the creativity and the dedication of our faculty, our staff, and our students. We're now currently testing a considerable number of people a week, and we're less than 1% positivity rate. As the vaccines continue to roll out and we continue to welcome people into the fall term, we expect to have robust campus operations and people back in community with each other come August and September.
Exciting times at the University of Indianapolis. Dedication in the week ahead of the R.B. Annis Hall, the new R.B. Annis Hall. Really pleased to be joined this week. Thanks very much, Rob Manuel, president at UIndy, also Ken Reid, the associate dean at the School of Engineering there. Thank you both very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Okay.